Hello to my Virgos. All right, Virgos, let's get right into it. Happy new moon. We're still in the new moon, Virgos. The moon is in Cancer. hmm Lots of things that you can create when the moon is in Cancer, right? Very a lot of time for creativity. Things that you can create when the moon is in Cancer, right? So um, we'll talk a little bit about that. A little bit about some of the things you all can create. The moon is in Cancer. I did put some information about transmuting energy on my community page. Also, cord cutting ceremony. But a new moon in Cancer is a powerful time for emotional renewal, setting intentions related to home, family, and self nurturing. Cancer is a water sign ruled by the moon itself, making this lunation especially potent for tapping into intuition, healing old wounds, and anchoring deeper emotional security. So, lots of things that you can do during this moon in Cancer to create for your future, right? Instead of allowing your water to be contaminated, your emotions to be contaminated by energies who don't want to do the emotional healing or flushing out of something. But emotional intentions is one. Emotional intentions and manifestations, that's journaling prompts or intention letters. That can be writing about how you want to feel emotionally safe, who you want to feel close to, or what emotional patterns you're ready to release. Another thing could be moon water with emotional intentions. You can leave a jar of water under the new moon and infuse it with words or symbols representing peace, protection, and emotional strength. Another thing you all can do is home-based projects, as redesign a room or create a sanctuary space. Um, Focusing on comfort, softness, emotional warmth, cozy lighting, meaningful photos, soft textures. You know how like sometimes men have men caves, women have their sanctuaries. You can also create a family recipe book or a memory box, for yourself of like good memories where you felt nurtured. Remember, the first time we experienced water is in a womb. So those are just some ideas. I inhale peace and exhale anxiety. There you go. Yeah, it's really about using your time wisely. That's part of some healing journey. It's part of your healing journey, right? Part of somebody's healing journey. All right, let's get into it. Let's get right into it. So somebody is going within in their shell and just kind of making your house your home, like really nurturing yourselves. So here we go. First card, 740, new connections. Keep an open mind. So people are showing up in your life who reflect the goals you've been putting forth into the universe. Meet them and open yourself up to what they have to teach you about life and yourself. Demonstrate that your heart and mind are open to new connections by following up with a new friend at some point today. So 7 and 4 obviously is 11. Somebody's getting off the fence and stepping into enlightenment about the things that you can create, right? And high vibrational, that's going to add, you know, to you, right? Add to your nurturing. Remember, Cancer, the moon is in Cancer right now. So that's going to, and Cancer is the mother and money sign of the zodiac. That's going to add to your nurturing of self and also add to your value. Not necessarily just your bank account, but I'm talking about add to your value, your self-worth and your value. So that's what somebody is doing. Let's get into it. Let's get into tarot. Let's get into it. Let's getting into the getting intos. All right, let's go. Let's see what's going on here. But yeah, those are some ideas of things that you can do, to create. So you don't want to be around energies that's going to create something that's going to leave you in the dark about something. And then you just like, okay, wait a minute. I have to be enlightened. Here's them bones, right? Skeletons in other people's closet, right? Judging other people, So source is like, no, no, no. You don't want to be around those type of energies because judgment will come down on you. Judge lest we be judged, right? So source is trying to help somebody to learn how to inhale peace and exhale anxiety. So that means getting away from people who just love to just gossip about other people, right? So it's like, nah, because what source could do is use you to expose something in there, you know, it can come back on you. It can expose something in your family, expose something in their family. There's a whole bunch of exposure going on. Whole glass house, just, oh, I see everything now. Oh, it's so clear. So that's what I'm looking at here. So yeah, here we have the music. Yeah, somebody was determined to enlighten you via music. Yeah, to help you how good it feels to really help you to adjust your crown and recognize that you don't have any competition. Adjust your crown. Queen of Wands, right? To inspire and motivate you through music, through the vibration of sound, through the vibration of sound, right? To calm your anxiety down. That's how you can inhale peace and exhale anxiety. Listen to some music. That's going to calm that fire down a little bit and help you to adjust your crown so that you're not looking at it as like, oh my God, I thought it was just me. I was so embarrassed at my family, so ashamed. You know, as people on a job looking down on you, or your personal, your professional life, your spiritual, religious life, or people looking down on you. You're like, no, you were determined to do your shadow work. A lot of you all broke generational cycles, chains, and curses and didn't even realize it. I'm telling you, a lot of people are breaking them this year. You're creating something that you can protect. Yeah, you're creating something. Somebody has a new love possibly coming across their path. New love is not always a person. It could be a person, place, or thing, but you have something new that you're creating that you're learning how to protect because you're breaking generational cycles, chains, and curses. So if it's a new business, a new romantic relationship, whether it's a new, because you're making new connections, right? So source is saying you're going to start getting off the fence and start speaking up. This is right here, throat chakra right here. You're going to start getting off the fence and you're going to start speaking up. You inspired now to not only get enlightened by other people, but to enlighten other people. Like it goes both, that fire goes both ways. Yeah. This is what Source is moving you towards. Source is moving you towards being a team player of inspiring energies to lead themselves. Y'all know what I'm saying? Yeah, everybody knows what it feels like to work under a leader who doesn't inspire you to be the next leader. Somebody has to die before somebody leads. Y'all know what I'm saying? What's hidden in the judgment card is death. So somebody has to be impulsive. Oh, the competition has to ensue, right? That's first house, first house. So it's like now somebody's like, okay, then you're getting off the throne and realizing, hey, you inspire people in other ways. However you inspire people, that's how you inspire people. Somebody's moon sign could be fire, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Looking at the cards here. But somebody inspires people in a very high vibrational way by allowing them to feel significant. That's how the solar plexus chakra is about significance, right? And it connects us with the celestial bodies, the sun and Mars, right? So you're highlighting something, but you're also in a structural way. You need to get away from energies who feel like something is their way or the highway. Those are the energies you need to stay away from because those are the energies, once you highlight something, they go right into tossing you into a fire, throwing you into something, into a competition that you didn't sign up for. And because you're a mutable sign, you'll just go with the flow, right? You on a team with no authority, really, right? So source is trying to get you here. So it's trying to get you to financial independence. So you're about to create something that's about to make you financially independent. Because with that same fire of recognizing, hey, who can judge anybody? Somebody was so determined, somebody you were connected to was so determined to expose your skeletons in your closet, and everybody has skeletons. We're talking about this is generational. This is generational. Something could have gone back 10 generations that you just found out. You know what's coming to mind is that show with a guy like goes back to people's like history, like their generation. People like, oh my God, I had no idea. You know, when people go back and look at the names of grandparents and great grandparents and things like that, that oh, you had no idea you were related to this energy or related to that energy, right? You could have been related to some energies who you had no idea. You were related to some energies that you said, oh my God. So, yeah. So, you, in a sense, are the Hierophant. Like, Source is saying to you, you're built the way that you are built. God inspires you. Source inspires you. Source motivates you. Source motivates you in a way like you're helping people to know that there's source inside of them, right? So they can be anything that they want to be. Anything that they want to be, doesn't matter if it's a man, woman, whoever. But that's what source is saying. That's how you're going to start seeing, hey, there is no competition. If you're dating somebody, when we talk about new connections, you're telling people, hey, listen, especially if you've already done something, you're inspiring other people. You don't have to be shady. It's not a competition. You're not throwing up a baton. That's teenager. Source is saying, no, you're inspiring somebody else. Nobody's taking your spot over anything. So that's what I'm seeing here in the cards. It's like somebody feels like, and so those are the energies that you don't want to be connected to dark magician energy. You're initiating some kind of conversation around something. Here's a page of wands here. You're initiating a conversation. But yeah, you never want to be motivated. That's what wastes your time. You never want to be motivated by finding out somebody else's dark bones, like skeletons in their closet. This is the human race. Everybody has something. That something is a waste of time. It's a waste of time to be shady towards people. Sources want you to see something from a higher frequency. The Temperance card. That somebody they have skeletons in their closet. That's why people try to keep people apart from each other. So something of the Temperance card connects us with a particular community of energies. A particular community of energies. And so sources say that's why some people keep people apart. They keep people at odds with each other because they don't want you to find out something. So that's why on your job, for some of you all in leadership positions, some of y'all managers micromanage. They want every little thing to pass through them. They micromanage because they want to know what you're going to say to the next. It's number 3 right here. What are you inspired to talk about with the next energies? Some people that you've been in a romantic relationship, they hover over every conversation, everybody that you're talking to, because they want to know what's being said. Because they want to toss some bowl of confusion into something. Because that Temperance card right there, you're trying to see something from a higher frequency when you're dealing with master manipulators, when you're dealing with dark magician energies. What are they trying to hide? What bones in their closet are they trying to hide? You're inspired to do something. You don't know what it is. The first thing you're going to do is pray. 7, source will complete something for somebody. If somebody just pray and say, okay, source, I need to go out in that sunlight. I need to toss all this confusion, negativity into a burning bowl. I need to go outside and under that sunlight, and I need to, source is going to make it crystal clear. And that's what source is doing. Source is making something crystal clear. Something had to come full circle. Why do some people feel fulfilled, even with people knowing certain things about them? Yeah. How can some people say so distracted? Some people say so focused around shady energies when they know people being shady towards them? How can they stay so focused? Because they know, okay, the enemy is the author of confusion. Here's the 8 of Pentacles here. So somebody was somehow trying to attach themselves to your multiple streams of income in some way, shape, form, or fashion by any means necessary. This is the 8. They were trying to chain themselves to your financial independence by saying that y'all were on the same team. This is in some kind of an organization for somebody. But they had to first create something. They had to create some kind of a competition first. Right, here's the 7 of Wands here. But something is closed out. Yeah, something is closed out. There's going to be some people that's asking why. Something about throwing stones in a glass house. Right? Something about that. What else we got, source? What else? So somebody's learning how to be inspired to create something in your own downtime. Now that this moon is in Cancer, somebody's learning how to go in and create something that is going to make you financially independent, right? Multiple streams of income instead of chaining yourself to someone else's multiple streams of income. That's what I'm seeing here in your cards. You are a leader. You inspire, you motivate people. That's where your significance, that's where your strength is. Somebody has a strength in, like somebody may have a water, somebody could be a water leader. They could inspire people through compassion, through emotional compassion, like compassion. And also somebody may be good at inspiring people by allowing them to feel significant. You're not threatened by other people's, something about knowing who you are. You're not threatened by other people leading at all, because you know certain people are going to come back and say, you know what, it was because of you that they were inspired to do something. You shined a light on something that nobody else was, what nobody else did. Yeah. So yeah, some people are compassionate. It's like some people are, not to say that you're not, but some people are, like I said, you're not in competition with that. So since you're, adjust your crown, adjust your crown. What is your strength, and where's an opportunity? What's an opportunity for you? SWAT. What is an opportunity for somebody to say, okay, I'm seeing that this is an opportunity for me to, yeah, opportunity. So something is coming through. 7 and 4 is 11. Something is going to feel like a homecoming for you, like in terms of just kind of like you walking through the door, possibly going back into work, into a leadership position, because you have tapped into something in terms of breaking a generational cycle, chain, and curse that somebody probably spent way too much energy being distracted by something else, because people were trying to keep you distracted for whatever reason. Somebody gonna now walk back through their work door knowing that this is your strong suit and how you inspire people. When you walk back through the door, wherever, somebody will be like, okay, you know what? This is how I inspire people. I know how to make people feel significant. Significant, when they leave my presence, they feel more powerful, more energetic, more confident, more charismatic, willful, motivated. They feel they have more mental clarity. They feel like they can levitate. And that's not because you are placating people either. It's because somebody sees that in people. Somebody's like, okay, now I see source in you. Don't worry about people judging you. I see source in you. Right? Yeah, so here we have the moon card here. Yeah, but you also have to be around other people who motivate too. That's why you're not judging people who may not have been around people who motivated them. You're not judging people. Some people, soon as somebody starts believing in their dreams, they go right into overwhelming them, trying to pull skeletons out of people's closet, talking about the other side of the family, all this other mess. And so it's like, no, you know how to motivate energy. I keep trying to tell people, listen, you made a lot of sacrifices, whoever you are. So somebody definitely tried to sacrifice you. Somebody in your family somehow tried to sacrifice you, but they felt like you were just going to go along with the program, but you are not Boo Boo, the fool. Okay? You left a bunch of distraction behind because somebody knows, hey, I can inspire anybody. Because this is a gift that somebody has. You like, I can inspire anybody. But I'm using my inspiration for good. I see things from a higher frequency. I can see somebody sees greatness in other energies. But then when this compassion piece here, this compassion piece, somebody like, nah, when you see greatness in other people, again, somebody saw greatness in you and didn't see you as competition at all. That's how you're teaching people how to save themselves. This right here, Knight of Cups, you're teaching people how to save themselves from jealous energies, people who are jealous. Yeah. Yeah, like with that horse right here, turns into something else. On the first glance, you think, okay, I thought this person was the knight in shining armor. But then you keep hearing all these lies. Oh, I could take you on this trip. I can buy you this. I can do you this. Every time you turn around, womp womp womp. another disappointment. Or I can do this for you. I can do that for you. Oh, I was gonna buy you flowers. Oh, there's some excuse. It's always something. It's like somebody only has something, right? But so it's also saying to you, after a while, it just gets tired. After a while, it just gets tired. You start just pouring into yourself. It's like, okay, you can do it yourself. You know how to inspire yourself. You know how to motivate yourself. You know how to save yourself. So somebody could have love coming across their path, but something immediately for you, it's going to spark. It's going to spark something in you. Like if somebody is not, whoever this new energy is coming into your life, if they are not courageous, energetic, pioneering, confident, charismatic, generous, um, optimistic, freedom loving, and intellectual. They don't have to have all the degrees that you have. They don't have to, if you have degrees, doesn't matter what you got, it don't really matter. But if they don't at least have bare minimum that, for as far as you're concerned, you know, they just don't have the fire, they don't have the drive, ambition, they just keep making you promises that they can't fulfill these promises. You like, I'm burned out, child. I can't. No, and I can't. I won't. I won't. I'm moving on. Let me clickety click on out the door. Whether you got a hard bottoms or short, soft bottoms, it don't matter. You out the door. So saving yourself, yeah, because something in you just won't die. Something in you just won't die. Something in you is just like, you know what? I don't want to be. I don't want to cry. I'm just hearing the Mariah Carey song. I don't want to cry for real. That's somebody. Somebody is, the lyrics, somebody giving somebody their heart and soul, and every time you turn around, somebody just crying about something. Like, You're like, Somebody tired of the sad songs, the slow walking, the sadness. Like somebody's like, I'm ready to feel. What does it feel like to be inspired? So that's what's coming across somebody's path. Somebody has a new and exuberant love coming across their path. Yep, somebody has a new and exuberant love coming across their path. So, um, yeah, so something is going to feel perfect for somebody. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that's what I'm hearing. Like somebody just tired of crying. Somebody's like, I don't want to cry. I don't want to cry. That's the Mariah Carey song. Somebody gonna be listening to that song. Somebody the beginning of the song is like, once again we sit in silence after all is said and done. Only emptiness inside us. Look what we become. I mean, like somebody is just tired of having to write their lyrics to just feel like, okay, went from being motivated to just burned out. Like, okay, you listen, I walked in here, now I'm burned. I don't even hear the music no more. I don't even hear the music. So that's what some people have had to deal with. That's what you have in common. You just feel like your back is against the wall. Okay, you know what? I'm out. I feel like I need my wishes fulfilled. So I'm saving myself. That's what somebody is saying. They're saving themselves. So this is how somebody is saving themselves. Somebody's not giving any more. Somebody's not paying any more time or attention to something. You're about to get paid for yourself because you're motivated by being around energies who are motivated, like who see the greatness inside of themselves. That's somebody motivated by the Six of Pentacles here, right? Not people who just want to attach themselves to other people's energy, in a lazy way. And the way that somebody's doing it is through sixth house. They got to find something as well as their health, whether it's mental health or physical health, their work habits, daily routines, fitness, their pets, service to others, diet, spiritual practices, any way to attach themselves to somebody's money, instead of just going to work for it, creating multiple streams of income. So something about your creativity, you're inspired to create, and you like being around other people who are inspired to create. Again, it's not about a competition. Who is the better at this? Who has more degrees? Who has a bigger bank account? All of that other stuff. You are just inspired. Somebody's just a leader who inspires greatness in other people. So yeah, that's how somebody's making their money. Yep. You've had people's backs. Somebody said you have had people's back. You have had two energies back or two or three energies back, and they end up stabbing you in the back. You are all too familiar with that. That's what you connect with. You going hard. Somebody's going hard in the paint, putting a lot of energy into something. When you walked into something, had everybody's back, going along with the flow in your workplace, family, Your blood relative, family, friendship, family, somebody's just going straight in. I got everybody's back, got everybody's back. But as soon as it was time to have yours, I'm telling y'all, a lot of people are seeing stuff play out real time in their own lives. Source is saying, turn the mirror around and look at yourself because it's happening to you in real time. You think it's about somebody else. Source like, I'm showing you this in real time. While you on that job and then people competing with you and trying to bring out the worst in you, guess what? Somebody else is going through the exact same thing that you're going through. The person who walked in there like you did before you got that job, guess what? Somebody else, they walked out feeling the same way that you did. I'm inspired. Look, I know how to bring out the best in people. Why in the world did I keep going along with the flow for so long? Like what in the world? It's in your personal and your professional life. You're getting focused. You're not running away from anything. You're getting focused, laser focused. That's how powerful somebody is. And that's what a lot of people have in common. That's what a lot of people have in common. Somebody may ride a motorcycle. You are a quick thinker person. You know how to inspire people. You know how to get the great, pull out the greatness in people. That's why you're inhaling peace and exhaling anxiety. Somebody's like, I need to find my tribe. I need to find my tribe of people who don't see me as competition at all. You're down to earth and you're relatable. Been there, done that. Drank the potion, ate the cake, went on a peculiar journey, woke up to a nightmare and said, hey, I need to get back to my throne. I don't know what everybody else is doing, but me, myself, and we're getting back to the throne, right? So that's what I'm seeing. Down to earth and relatable. That is how people are down to earth and relatable. Being around people who are just determined to bring out the worst in people. It's like, okay, no, nope. You said that's for the birds. I like to fly high. I'm an eagle, right? That is why some people, like I said, are loners. See this eagle flying high alone? That's why some people are loners. So the next time somebody puts energy into a job, person, place, or thing, somebody's like, you're going to have to be just as motivated as I am. We don't have to make the same amount of money. We don't have to have the same awards and accolades and all of that. But you're going to, it can't be a competition. You cannot be the opposition. Seeing me as opposition. But that's how secure somebody could be in just, wherever you are. But yeah, energies who are trying to, karma. Yeah. There could be a low vibrating Leo who is determined to bring out a dark side of you. That's what the Queen of Wands. Somebody could have been determined to bring a darkness out of you. But what happened instead was they met their karma. Source somehow used a Virgo because you all are meticulous and analytical, to bring something full circle and actually deliver their karma, whoever they are. Low vibrating Leo. It could have been two of them because I'm seeing two energies on the cards here. Mm-hmm. But guess what? You weren't the first person who had to learn how to tap into their inner power. Yeah. So it's like just like a lion who just sits and waits. They just sit and wait, ready to pounce on something. Except something about your energy is very regal. And those energies, while they saw you as competition when you first walked in the door, so it's like either you have Leo somewhere in your birth chart, either it's your moon sign or your sun sign, because my cross watchers are watching as well. Hi, cross watchers are watching as well. Either it could be your sun or moon sign, or you have been poured into by Leo, whether it's your kids, whether it's your parents, whether it's siblings, how you've been in the proximity of high and low vibrating Leos. That's why we're starting out with this lead card in the minor arcana. And so to say, where you've seen this pouncing in low and high vibrational, right? And so source is saying to you, that's just a natural instinct, like the animal instinct to just kind of pounce on something. And so source is saying to you, but see, something about your very meticulous nature, you have been there, done that before. And so something for you is just not exciting. You get burned out easily when you're around energies who, yeah, something about your energy, you just get burned out easily. So you're learning how to go with the divine flow. Allow me, divine God, to move with the flow and respond with calmness and peace. Faith, miraculously, amazingly, everything I need always comes. Love is opening me to receive beyond anything I imagine. I'm telling you, operating on the spirit of love at a high frequency, seeing things from a higher frequency. That the same energies that were trying to, whoever this energy is, these two energies were that was trying to expose other energies, somehow source used you to expose them. So if this is in your workplace or family or your neighborhood or whatever, whoever was trying to use you, Virgos, to expose other people, they got exposed. Hopefully somebody followed that, right? They got exposed. The same ones that were trying to use you, because they started out at the solar plexus. They didn't even start out at the root. Oh, we can use Virgo. This your neighbor down the street. That's including if somebody was working a job and a company needed to meet a quota because somebody had just left a company and they were under some kind of scrutiny for some kind of discrimination, and you walk through the door, they say, oh my God, we may not like that one, but let's bring this one in anyway. We got to bring out the worst in them so we can justify why we released them, because we couldn't do it to the other energy. But we got to bring out the worst in this one. So source is saying somebody is learning how to pray ahead of time. Yeah. Self-love. Let the wall that separates me from my own vulnerable inner child. I long to take care of myself like never before. Yeah. So somebody is about to enter into a leadership position where you don't really need to partner up with anybody to be fast tracked anywhere. All the answers you got on the side of you. You breaking generational cycles, chains, and curses left and right. Whoever you are, somebody's breaking. Every time you walk through the door, people are confused. They're confused. They're confused by how you look, how you talk. Everything about you. People are confused. They don't have a. They don't know what to do. They start fidgeting, child. They don't know how to they don't know what to do. They papers flying everywhere. they don't know, they don't know what to do. They don't know what to do. Every space you walk into, people start clutching people tighter. If it's a religious organization or whatever, people start clutching their mate tighter because they don't know, okay, is this person coming here to steal my man or steal my woman? If it's a job, are they here to steal my job? If it's a family situation, are they related? We gotta make sure they related. Okay, are they gonna take center stage? Are they gonna, upstage somebody? So it's like you don't have time for all of that. You're too busy adjusting crowns. You don't have time for all that madness. Yeah. Yeah. So something about your energy, like I said before, you've been lamenting way too long. It's time to stop crying. For real. It's time to put a manhole cover over that and be like, hey, look, I'm here. Ta-da. I'm here. Ta-da. This is the kind of leader I am. I'm telling nobody, if I could stress that enough, nobody has any competition. Source created everybody in Source's image and likeness. Operating in the spirit of love. That's what Source is trying to tell you. Be inspired. Be inspired. Yeah, so something has ended for somebody, like in terms of trying to find out the skeletons in people's closet. What do I got to do to get to the top? Who do I need to step on to get to the top? You're not going to do that because that could end up being your karma. Not to say that you are, but somebody going to stop hanging out with people like that. Yeah. Somebody in your family is having a rude awakening because the very thing that they thought they were bringing out, using you for, is coming out on them. Wherever these energies are, it's two of them. It could be a man and a woman. It could be a man and a man. It could be a woman and a woman, whoever. But it's a karmic couple. It could be a son and a son and a mother. It could be a father and a daughter. It could be a father and a son. It could be a mother and a daughter, whoever. But source is somehow the enemy tried to use you. But source says, no, I'm gonna turn something around for the good. You're breaking a cycle, some kind of a generational chain cycle or curse. You're breaking something, right? Yep. Somebody's gone through a dark night of soul, and this is light high priestess energy. You went through the darkness already, and now you're enlightened. Now you are enlightened. Yeah. As soon as somebody walked through a door, I'm gonna tell y'all, in the workplace, I don't know who this is, but in somebody's workplace, somebody work with such toxic energies in the workplace. As soon as you walk through, some energy saw you as competition, and somehow wanted to latch themselves onto some part of you to stay connected to you in some way, shape, form, or fashion. And something in your spirit, your first mind told you to run. Told you to run. You could have been in a probationary period or something, but something told you to get the heck up out of there. And the fact that somebody stayed around and kept going along with the flow, that wasn't even by coincidence, because Source said, okay, I'm with the Source. While the enemy thought the enemy was using you, Source says, no, I'm going to use you. Source said, I'm going to use you. You prayed about something, I'm going to use you. And Source brought you something real fast, quick, fast, in a hurry, like you was in an airplane. So, yep, light. Yeah, that's about, like I said, you gotta meet something on a high frequency. Yeah. Yeah. Somebody was determined to find out something. So somebody was like, okay, spiritually, I need to inspire people, and spiritually, I'm telling you, you don't have nobody has any competition. None whatsoever. And so that is what I have for you. I'll see you all in the next video.